What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Children of the Vault issue number 2, the story that picks up with both Bishop and Cable. Now, with everything going on with the fall of X, the Children of the Vault have made their escape. They have broken free, and now they have led themselves into the world. In a matter of days and weeks, we have seen how things have changed. The world has embraced them. But Cable and Bishop have discovered something. There is a psychic virus. This thing has already spread around the globe. This is what makes everybody so willing to accept the Children of the Vault. And Cable may be the only telepath left that is strong enough to stop them. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you like this video. And with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up in Buenos Aires, Argentina. We are picking up with Martello 131, one of the Children of the Vault. As he carries his mighty hammer, he would love to lay it down. Sitting outside of a nightclub, he peers inside and sees all of the people dancing. The only form of music allowed in the city is the military march. Where he comes from, displays such as this are considered primitive and shameful. The Children of the Vault do not dance. He commits every step, every significant look, every stolen kiss to memory, because soon, memories will be all that is left of dancing. Right now, he would love to lay down his hammer and join in with the dance. Unfortunately, this is where he has the arrival of Cable and Bishop. Pulling his mighty hammer out, he smacks Bishop into some cars. Cable unloads his weaponry, but the team up of Cable and Bishop together, this is more than enough to take him down. With Bishop being able to hold him down, Cable finishes him off. As they body slide by 3 out of here, we pick up with the world. High above the clouds in their sentient city, the Children of Tomorrow look down on the world familiar by the day. Tomorrow Town self-replicating. And as bigger problems present themselves, the children get involved directly. Like when an army of the undead zombie Avengers from Earth 2149 make their arrival, the children are there. We have Jean Marie. She prays to God for salvation, but what they find is Atomo 82. All over the city, the living and the dead feel electrons shift in their orbits. Molecules split apart and recombined as material reality itself reshapes by Atomo's will. Atomo rejects the separation between states. Stone becomes steam, matter becomes energy, fear becomes joy, and death becomes life. When Super Guardians attack, the children are there. When an attack from the Negative Zone anti-zealots come, the children are there. When Shuma Gorath attacks in Mogadishu, the children are there. When they subdue a fallen former Herald of Galactus, the children are there. The message is spreading across the world. Become the future. Now, this is what takes us into the mind of 131. On the outside, Martello is being interrogated by Cable, and Cable is letting him know that he was there the first time they crawled out of their little hidey hole. Cable doesn't believe much has changed with them. He still believes that they are trying to conquer the world. Now, Martello says that they can't be judged for that it was 1,000,000 years and 1,000 lifetimes ago. But Cable really wants to know about the message. He knows that it is some kind of virus. He wants to know exactly what it does. Now, Martello says that it's better not to question the message, but just to accept it. Cable knows that they are trying to be pacified. He only wants to know when is it that they finish the job. And Martello finds it funny. A lonely little mutant. He may be from their future, but to them, he is still in the Stone Age. And he knows Cable is digging through his mind right now. This is where we see the stone statues come alive, and the battle inside of the mind begins. But Martello says that he empathizes with Cable, that he is technically on his side. They believe that they were building a better future, that future had really been taken from you. But he has to understand that future was never theirs. The truth is, 50 of the children could exterminate the human race in a single day. Many of their people wanted to, but some of them had believed that they evolved past this. The message is the new way, what they believe to be a better way. While all of this is ongoing, we have Bishop, who has made his way to the mansion, which is quite hilarious considering so many of our mutants have gone back to the mansion because they all hid something there in case of a rainy day. Bishop is no exception. Bishop has a whole stockpile, an entire arsenal of guns and weaponry. That is why he has come back here. He has come back to get any and every single weapon that he can carry, because he is about to go to war. As we pick up at the United Nations building, the message has reached the highest levels of all governments. The children of tomorrow are officially sanctioned. They are given diplomatic immunity. Their city is seen as a sovereign entity. And to the world, they say, thank God for the children. This is where we pick up with Serafina and the captain. The captain thinking that the world is so much smaller than he thought it would be. That how could we be born of this? This soup of weakness and arrogance and need. But Serafina sees it a different way. That they are precious in their own ways. Like fragments of an ancient vase. Useless, beautiful, and broken. This debate between Serafina and the captain is long-standing. It is continued over generations, across cycles of death, evolution, and rebirth. Each of them representing opposing, evolving ideologies. The message, with all its implications, was Serafina's big idea. Her party argued that the children have come to humanity as heroes, that she represents a new way. The captain is a traditionalist. He would rather grind humanity beneath his heel, eradicate every trace of them, and start the world anew. He maintains faith in the old ways. In the Grand Foro, these two, they battled at the very center of the city. This was ideological combat. Their words were weapons. And Serafina, she had won. As the voice of the city, she had the advantage. The children made the city, but the city also makes the children. To them, it is the god, mother, servant, and slave. This is where they get an alert, an omnipathic communication, pain, distress, imprisonment, and torture. Serafina immediately knowing that this is Martillo. Now they wonder who could possibly hold one of them against their will. They are following his thoughts all the way back and they will know the source in a matter of moments. The captain, he seems relatively excited, believing that this has to be one of the human superheroes. And he has yet to get a chance to kill a human superhero. Telling Serafina, look, you cannot help these people. They do not want to elevate. They prefer to live in the dirt. Picking back up with Cable in 131. As the battle rages inside the mind of Martillo, he is telling Cable that become the future, these are more than just words. The message is not a virus, it is only an idea. One so clear and so self-evidently true. It transforms. First the mind, then in body. Those who survive, they will think and feel and fly as the children do. They will be true children at the genetic level. The rest, those who can't change, or those who won't change, there will be no place for them. And they estimate that less than 1% of humanity will survive this change. And so this is an extinction level event for all of humanity. They are just completely unaware that if they do not accept the message, that they will be the one to die. The children of the Vault have already assumed most of them will not make it. Serafina may have won, but humanity still get wiped out. Only a small percentage will actually survive. Mutants may have projected that the human race would be gone in 20 years. The children of the Vault, they have gotten that down to 6 months. They have been getting ready for this for 200 years. Ever since they escaped the mutant dream, they went back into the Vault and they waited. For them, 200 years passed. They had 200 years of sharpening their knives. 200 years of raising their hammers. They cannot be stopped. With Cable able to defeat him inside of his own mind, breaking it open and getting the secrets that he needs. They may believe that they are the future, but Cable is from the future, and he never saw him anywhere in it. This is when Martillo knows that his people are here. They have come to finish off Cable, that it is all done. With Cable getting the information that he needs, with the children of the Vault getting ready to break in, we see that this isn't actually Cable. He is not actually here. This is just a hologram. He would never show up in person. He wouldn't take the risk of catching whatever is going around. But he does tell him to check underneath his seat, because underneath his seat is a nuclear freaking bomb. And with the giant explosion, Martillo and any that may have come with, any that wanted to try to save him, they all just went up in flames. But Cable was able to get everything that he knew. Access codes, layouts, city defense protocols. This isn't gonna be easy, but Cable and Bishop, they are headed into the city. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Yet another freaking banger of an issue. You guys know how much I have loved the Children of the Vault over the years. It is one of the most interesting subplots that they have brought into this whole fold in the Krakoan era. And now that they have come out of their hiding, they have come to smack down humanity. They have come to exterminate. Even their quote-unquote message, this is going to kill the majority of humanity as it is today. That even Seraphina's mercy, it is an extermination. It is genocide. But you gotta give the Children of Tomorrow their flowers. They have done things that mutant kind could never do, that they never did. Now don't get me wrong, the message is definitely a virus being spread around, changing the minds of people, but it's more of an idea. It's not necessarily an infection. And those willing to accept the idea, those are the ones that will move forward. Those that are unwilling to accept the idea, those are the ones that are gonna die. And like I said in the last issue, there's a lot that mutant kind could have taken from the children. Not literally, but lessons that they could have taken. Things that they could have done that the children are doing that might have helped mutant kind not be seen as the enemy from the very get-go. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. Maybe humanity was always destined to hate mutant kind regardless of what they gave them, because mutant kind did give them a lot. They were able to cure cancer. They were able to save the lives of children with their resurrection, though they did keep that off the board for humanity for quite some time. Mutant kind did do a lot of good. The problem is, mutant kind and their own hubris was their downfall. It was bringing in the evil. They didn't all work together for a singular goal. That could be one of the biggest problems. You had individuals like Sinister, like Mother Righteous, that are only out for themselves. They're not doing it for the betterment of society and the future of their kind. Versus the children, they are only focused on their own species being able to evolve and never having to worry about any kind of threat that may come for them. The Children of the Vault, they may be evil, but they are united in ways that mutant kind just couldn't do. And I'm sure in their time in the Vault, they had their squabbles. They had their issues, all of that stuff I am sure happened. But they had the time to evolve, to move past petty differences, and recognize that they are all one unit moving forward. The Children of the Vault may not be the perfect example of what the mutants should have done, but there are definitely lessons to be learned here. Nonetheless, I am excited to see Cable and Bishop fully armed up with their arsenal headed into the city. And we gotta assume that heading into the city, they are gonna run into Darwin. And I am so excited to see him. If they don't have Darwin in this series, I am gonna be livid. He has been in there for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Has he become like the children? Or does he still hold on to his love for mutants? Or could it be much worse? Could they have used Darwin in some kind of scientific project, some experiment? While I'm excited to see Darwin, I fear for his well-being. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything going on with this series, you can check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will take you to a playlist getting you caught up on every single issue dealing with the fall of X. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.